Top 10 works of video art you should know. 10. Namjuan Paix Electronic Superhighway Continental US Alaska Hawaii. It consists of over 300 TV screens in the formation of a map of the United States outlined in colored neon lights. This work is a monumental record of the physical and cultural contours of America. On the televisions within each state are video clips that resonate with that state's unique popular mythology. For example, Kansas presents The Wizard of Oz. 9. Bill Viola's The Crossing is a two-channel video work often presented on a freestanding, double-sided projection screen. On one side, a man walks in slow motion out of the blackness where dripping water from above gradually becomes a torrent and overwhelms the figure until its form is no longer visible. On the reverse side, the same man approaches, this time to be consumed by rising flames. Part violent destruction, part peaceful transcendence. The Crossing is indicative of Viola's use of non-specific spiritual processes drawn from a host of disparate belief systems. 8. Matthew Barney's The Cremaster Cycle is a series of 5 feature-length films made over a period of 8 years between 1994 and 2002, and culminated in a major museum exhibition organized by Nancy Spector of the Guggenheim Museum in New York City. The films were not made in numerical order, but rather in the order 4, 1, 5, 2, 3. As the cycle evolved over 8 years, Barney looked beyond biology as a way to explore the creation of form, employing narrative models from other realms, such as biography, mythology, and geology. 7. Steve McQueen's Deadpan is inspired by a scene from Buster Keaton's 1928 slapstick film Steamboat Bill Jr., in which the eponymous character stands in front of a dilapidated house as its facade crashes down around him. Bill's luck and evident naivete place him in a spot where an open window hits the ground, thus leaving him unscathed. In McQueen's remake, the artist cast himself in the starring role, and we see the actions repeated from multiple angles, all unfolding in silence over 4.5 minutes of 16mm film. 6. Christian Marcoli's The Clock is a 24 hours long montage of thousands of film and television images of clocks, edited together in chronological order. The artwork itself functions as a clock. Its presentation is synchronized with the real time, resulting in the time shown in a scene being the actual time of day. The clock is designed so that the viewer experiences a vast range of narratives, settings and moods within the space of a few minutes, reframing the original content to create a new narrative. 5. Pepolotti Risks My Ocean is a video projected as to mirrored reflections on adjoining walls, offers a kaleidoscopic view of an idyllic underwater paradise with a bikini-clad woman floating and swimming through the waves along with views of various domestic objects sinking to the seabed. The accompanying soundtrack consists of her own rendition of Chris Isaak's melancholy pop song Wicked Game with her repeated shrieking of the lyrics "I don't want to fall in love." The work deliberately avoids popular conventions of narrative and spectatorship, especially in the way that it presents female subjects. 4. Douglas Gordon's 24-Hour Psycho consists entirely of Alfred Hitchcock's seminal 1960 film Psycho, slowed down from 24 frames per second to approximately 2 frames a second. As a result, Gordon's work lasts for exactly 24 hours, rather than the original 109 minutes, while simultaneously stripping the film of its suspense and narrative flow. The film's concerns went on to characterize Gordon's work, where recognition and repetition, complicity and duplicity, authorship and authenticity, darkness and light are important themes. 3.
Now on the Jamaican family. Father first. Look in front of you.
John Smith's The Girl Chewing Gum consists of just a camera shots and a voiceover. In the film, a commanding voiceover appears to direct the action in a busy London street. As the instructions become more absurd and fantasized, we realize that the supposed director is fictional. He only describes and not prescribes of the events that take place before him. The work is held together by a simple editing trick, making the voiceover come in earlier to seem like it is predicting or directing the banal action that unfolds.
Now let's have the man rubbing his eye. Good.
2. Peter Fishley and David Weiss's The Way Things Go is a 30-minute film featuring an apparent series of chain reactions involving ordinary objects. In fact, the sense of continual movement is an illusion. The piece comprises nearly 24 separate shots stitched together with transitions in between white foam or bright explosions and added audio effects in post-production. The work plays with the notion of progress tied to efficiency and embraces the absurd and unruly as essential values of daily life. One. Andy Warhol's Sleep is a film consisting of 5 hours and 20 minutes of footage depicting the poet and Warhol's lover John Giorno asleep. Warhol originally wanted the film to be equal in length to an average night's sleep of 8 hours, but due to technical difficulties he eventually elongated the action by repeating filmed segments. The work then is not so much a truthful documentation of the night's sleep but a cinematic construct. It was also one of Warhol's first experiments with filmmaking, and was created as an anti-film.